Well, hello again, old friends. It's good to see you all again. Welcome to the afternoon edition of PCA Live. This time at 3 o'clock, and today we've got Leo Abzaradel. I always have to sit there and read that last name because I know I'm always afraid I'm going to butcher it. But she's also known in the Instagram and social media world as Cigar Blondie from Platinum Nova. So we're so very excited to have her here today to talk about some of the new products from Platinum Nova, but specifically, again, we're continuing our series on the PCA show exclusives. And Leo's got a very exciting cigar project that she's been working on that she's going to have at the show for retailers. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about everything that's going on at Platinum Nova and even talk about the PCA exclusive that they launched earlier this year. So without further ado, let's welcome Cigar Blondie herself, Leonor Abzaradel. How are you doing?
Good, great. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's so good to see you again and see the bright, smiley face. It's wonderful. How are you doing?
Everything is fine. Yes, be most of ready, super ready for the PCA. Super excited for next week, and I believe everybody have the same feeling. 1 week, almost 1 week ahead.
Yeah, it was funny. I was on the phone with Alan Rubin a little bit ago, and we were just like, every year it surprises us that the trade show is upon us. And I said, it really reminds me of the old Monty Python skit where it's the Holy Grail, where the two guards are standing at the castle wall and they see a guy off in the distance, and he's off in the distance for like 6 takes, and then all of a sudden he's upon them.
Right
Yeah,
here.
exactly. That's a trade show. It's like, oh yeah, it's a couple months. It's a couple months. It's a couple months. Oh my
And
God,
then
it's next week.
5 days and go like that.
I
So
know.
fast.
I know, yeah. So, but we're really looking forward to it. Like we were just talking about before we came on, preparations are almost done. We're just kind of dotting all of the I's and crossing the T's, and hopefully we don't reverse those. And so, yeah. How about you? How have you been, and how is everything with Platinum Nova?
Everything so far so good. We keep working hard to keep making Nova big, at least to put our name all over. So far, we just focus 2021 and just bring something new and excited for everyone. It's gonna be the first time we bring something from Nicaragua. That
Excellent.
makes everybody, all our team, busy because
Yeah.
it's funny because Nicaragua come to the table before 2020, but because we just keep the feedback, leaving the feedback to all the consumer, the stores, the retailers. Like we love Nova, but we want something like more spicy. Okay, if you still love Nova, I'm gonna bring more spicy on the table. And that is when Nicaragua come to our attention, and we decide working in 2 different blends, both from Nicaragua. Both is going to be released on the PCA, but we only focus in my Leo 11. But everybody going to have 2 different cigars from Nicaragua.
Excellent. So let's talk about the Leo 11. So this is the PCA show exclusive for retailers who come. You get access to the Leo 11, which you are smoking right there.
Yes.
Excellent. So what? So this is a Nicaraguan blend, so it is going to be a little bit more spice forward. Is that correct?
Yes, it's going to be more spicy, more pepper. Like it's one of the things with all the feedback from the last 2 years. We understand sometimes people enjoy a little bit more when can find that spicy pepper on the smoke. And that is the reason we go straight to Nicaragua and full from Nicaragua to bring that special touch, special spicy only we can find so far in Nicaragua. It's going to be peppery, leather notes, a little bit dark chocolate, but this is going to be very surprise for everyone because when you start smoke the cigar, you never expect. Nova always give you surprises. You never know with Nova, and we try to put this kind of spice in all our cigars. When you think, you know what, it's nice, but we like, next thing you know, the spicy come to your palate, and then you say, hold on 1 second. And yeah, we are so excited because it's totally different blend, and it's something new for us too, because first time something from Nicaragua, and we are so excited to share with everyone.
Yeah, that's outstanding. So I'm actually your original PCA exclusive right here is what I am smoking. One of the last few ones that I have left of these,
I
but we
know
made the
Pilgrim
original
Bugs
release.
here.
Yeah, that's
So
no, it's great. I mean, so this is good. So out there, look, I mean, we had what over 2,000 of those that were out. So find the retailer might have these because these are a fantastic Dominican cigar
it's
as
a
well.
fantastic.
Yeah, perfect medium palette right there. So this is also a great cigar in a torpedo size. For the Leo 11, is it just one size, or do you have multiple sizes that's going to be available in?
Okay, so far we keep the idea one size, one blend. I'm not gonna say something nobody gonna keep carrying this way, but so far any blend is coming in particular size for some reason. Like everything have a reason. This time we decide just go with the total size on the backs of 11 cigars with a beautiful oily wrapper, shiny,
Oh,
with
look at
a
that.
almost perfect pigtail.
Love the pigtails.
Almost no, perfect pigtail.
Perfect. I love the pigtails because for me, it's just easy just to pull them off.
It's
I don't have to worry
easy.
about cutting. Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. I love it.
Sometimes you don't have your own cutter and you want like perfect time. Boop. That's it, ready to go. And I'm the side just go with the total size because it's a cigar you really have to have time to enjoy. It's a cigar is gonna take the total size is to just transport you like what it's going to have like smooth, then it's going to be that spicy, that pepper from Nicaragua. My last cigar, the Leo X, is a robusto size, and one of the things people say is so good but it's too short. I said, okay, you know what, I'm going to just make sure this time we're going to make it in total size so you have enough time to keep enjoying my Leo 11.
That's a great compliment. If someone's coming to you and telling you the cigar is too short, I think that's the highest of compliments you could get as a blender, is it not?
Yes.
Absolutely. And they're saying, "Oh, we love it so much, we just want to keep enjoying it as long as possible." So that's fantastic.
Yes.
And I mean, your boxes are equally. I mean, the cigar is beautiful. I personally have always loved your packaging. It's always so pretty. I just love it.
I think it's we start with the right fit and we keep working with the right fit. We want to just everybody's different. Everybody just see the world different. We want to just make sure, like we here, we are unique, and open the door to everybody can try our cigars. Because in this point, I can say we have for every palate. Like we go with the smooth, creamy sugar tip. We can go to the nice medium cigar Habano. We can jump to San Andres. And now we have the beautiful cigar from Nicaragua. Like it's surprise from many, many people. Like now we have everything for everyone.
Yeah. Now, I noticed that you kind of have stuck to a similar size box in the offerings there. Is that still done strategically in terms of the offerings for retailers of what they're kind of asking for and what they need for shelf space and their facings and their humidors?
Yes, that is one of the things we always try to just working on the shelf of the humidors on the different cigar lounges. All the time when we make a box, because I'm coming from the retail, I want to make sure the display is going to be perfect. I think that is a question. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm a little, somebody just come over there. And,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, exactly. With the box and the count size and everything else being done specifically for the presentation and the humidor and the shelf space, right? Because shelf space is at a premium, right? And so the bigger boxes sometimes, how do you kind of measure that of where you want to go versus a box of 11 being a little bit easier to display and fit in with the facings?
Yes, this correct. That you're right in that part, and it's funny because we're gonna bring to the PCA a beautiful display for 60 cigars. Because I think you saw already, but this time we're gonna come with something different because the last display humidor is dark wood. This time we wanna just make more Nova colors all over, and we're gonna bring a beautiful display humidor with 50 cigars. This means if you have a read inside of the humidor, you don't have enough space. You don't have the correct way to display the bundles. Now we're going to offer you a perfect way to display the bundles, the 3 different batches we have so far. And people use it so far for the PCA, the one you smoke right now. And we offer when the people buy certain amount of boxes are displaying us.
Yeah, and that's another aspect that we've heard from a couple manufacturers that have approached that same concept creatively in terms of the offerings that they're working with the retailers and understanding what their needs are in terms of the selling aspect, the display aspect of it. So here's an option for a box, here's an option for a 5-pack, here's an option for the bundle, and I think it's a wonderful idea that for a retailer to be able to get that display, so that way they could have the entirety of your line in one branded Nova display.
Correct. And then not only that, you can use the same displays in case you just want to just go to different of our line. If you want to go to the Sultan, the Torpedo, the size is perfect. If you want to just make sure you have our cigars in your humidor, at least the display and the presentation is going to catch that for everyone.
Yeah, 100%. Now, on that note, one of the things that we often talk about, and we've talked with several manufacturers now on the Facebook Lives as we're leading up to this, consistently we've heard as we're gearing up for the trade show is the importance of meeting the manufacturers and the retailers together to talk about these types of things. So when you are, and correct me if I'm wrong, did you launch in 2018 or 2019?
2019. In PCPR this time in 2019. That is our first show with you guys.
Yeah, so I kind of want to get your take on that as a first-time exhibitor. You're so very full of life and so easy to talk to. And so I remember you were talking about the fact of being able to kind of have be that sort of gravitational pull for people into the booth. But I'm actually really curious in terms of the relationships with retailers that you were able to generate there and kind of what that's kind of turned into for you, because we've got a lot of first-time exhibitors coming this year, and I think it might be helpful for them if they're listening or watching this later to kind of glean a little bit from your experience in terms of that, of establishing their good relationships with those retailers and how that benefited your business to be able to grow.
Scott, for me, one of the most important things is just always remember every store is different, every clientele in different states are different. Not everybody like a light cigar. Not everybody like a medium full. You have to make sure when you just talk with the retailer, first listen and then talk. You have to know a little bit more about the store. You have to know a little bit more about what your client member like over there, so you can recommend the correct cigar in your line. It's not about sell, and I want you carry Nova. It's about you carry the correct cigar to your store and to your members, followers, is different. That is the reason. You have to take a little bit more time on listen and then recommend. When you are ready to recommend, what line you carry, what kind of price point you use, what is the most popular cigar. And then it's going to be a little bit more open door to you can recommend the perfect cigar, because you don't want to like, oh, all my cigars are great. Yeah, all my cigars are great and are different. But I want to make sure the one you're going to carry in your store is the one you're going to sell and you're going to reorder, and we're going to have this personal conversation and all in the same page. More you sell, more you order for me, and your customer are happy because can buy a new product and can enjoy.
Yeah.
And that's a great, I mean, that really touches on one of the biggest aspects of PCA. It's not just, it is business. It's definitely business, but it's also establishing and building those relationships. And I think you're hit right on that. That's I don't know if that might even help the reason this year. I think it's kind of equal, business and the relationships. But those relationships that you build and grow on in those cool days are monumental.
Yeah, that is a thing. Like I just keep saying, we go to the PCA to open new business like everyone, but we go to the PCA to open new friendship. To the people knows who is Nova, from where we come from, what we have to offer, what we are different. Like, and I don't say different because we are better or no, I say different because everybody is different. Everybody make different blends. Yeah. And I think everybody can have the opportunity to try at least one. And if you don't like, that is another thing. Sometimes people just try one cigar and say, oh, I don't like it. Hold on, I have 18 different blends. I have many different blends we made. And I believe for sure at least one you will enjoy. Never put in the corner if the first one you don't like it, because you have to just find out what is the one your palate would really gonna enjoy. But that is another conversation. I don't want to just keep talking about.
Yeah, well, I mean, that makes a lot of sense too, and I think that for retailers that are coming too, if it's your first time, understanding that you're going to have a lot of cigars when you get there, and you're kind of smoking consistently. And so I think in that sense, sometimes and I've heard from retailers, sometimes they start blending together. So for a lot of them, they say, they like the interaction, they like the conversation, particularly for new brands, right? Obviously, the ones that they've known for years and they carry and that sell well, that they're going and they're ordering and they're doing their thing. But for a lot of them, they said so much of the decision comes down to when you can get home and take time, and you haven't been smoking all day, that you can sit down and light and evaluate the cigar that way. And if the interaction was memorable, the relationship was established, the smoking the cigar then connects with that, and it's a good cigar, then that's one of the things they say, then that's what's going to get me to then order. If I like the cigar, I had a good interaction, then I'm going to go ahead and place the order. And a lot of orders actually come, a couple of weeks after the trade show, because they need the time to sit down. I mean, look, there's 130 manufacturers there plus, right?
That is perfect, because you give your respect to the cigar you're going to try for the first time. And another thing, I just keep saying, please, if somebody want to come to our booth, please try to make an appointment. But not only appointment to I can put down, it's appointment to I can really take time to listen a little bit more for you. Like, know a little bit more to when the time is coming and you are ready to order something, at least I can recommend the correct cigar.
Yeah. Well, I think that the important part too is that, just as you talked about the listening, I think also the retailer kind of understanding where you're coming from too. The one of the components that I don't think I truly understood, but having observed and talked and listened for the past 2 trade shows, because we obviously didn't have one last year, was the amount of planning that a lot of retailers will do with the manufacturers as they sit down and say, okay, what does the calendar look like? So, I mean, are you beginning to travel now, starting to do events and things like that?
But so far this time, we're going to be only Nova. Nobody from our manufacturer from Dominica or Nicaragua going to come to our booth this time. But believe me, we're going to represent all of them the best way.
And what are you? How about you? Are you going to start starting to do events and ththings like that at stores now, as we're looking in the second half of the year, going around and doing releases, showing up for the Leo 11?
Yes, that is another thing. I just already offer a couple of stores already put the pre-order from the PCA and the Leo 11. Like, it's many things. Like, I'm working the best way for everyone. If you want an event, on home event, come with me. I will love to explain to everyone about our cigars, about our brand, about who is Nova, who is Leo. I want to share with everyone that. Sometimes people just prefer do it like live Zoom in the big TV on the cigar lounge, and I'm very welcome to do it, this thing too. It's funny because you have more questions, because the people feeling like more engagement when you see you in the TV and see like face to face for some reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are open to travel, to do it, whatever we have to do to make sure we make Nova big. Keep making Nova big.
Big name, it's got to be big.
We're already there.
Exactly. There you go.
And that kind of goes back to is what the trade is going back to the trade show. That is one of the exciting things is not only going back and seeing people you already know, but just the excitement over seeing people maybe you don't know or don't know that well. And that's so much fun. And especially after the past year and a half of not having those in-person connections, it's just going to be amazing.
Yes, it's kind of adrenaline. And like you have too much to share, and then you put everyone in one expo, amazing expo, amazing PCA, put everybody together. And this is like, wow, now is my time to make new relation, to people go. It's like you come to my home. It's funny because we put all our booths together in one big home, PCA, and then it's like everybody has the small room to everybody can come, and you are very welcome to know a little bit more about us. Yes, it's exciting. Like so far now, it's like almost 1 week. I don't know, you too. Like I'm so excited, and I'm in this side.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
it is exciting.
So engaging that also I think with you're so engaging and excited, and people can feel that energy. So I think it'll be fantastic for you. Yeah, for us it's a little crazy right now, but it'll be great.
Oh yeah. I see your picture. I think you posted your picture yesterday. Like, done. that is another thing. Like, everybody feeling like everybody knows each other. Like, I know you, but that is going to be the first time I'm really going to meet you in person. And that is, but I feel like I'm already know you. And that is, that is good.
Yeah. Well, that's the benefit, you know, thank goodness that we've, you know, all been blessed with the technology to maintain in connection at this point. The one questions that the questions we get from retailers in terms of these products, because the retailers are very keen to stock their shelves right now. How is the Leo X, or the Leo 11, is it ready to ship now? And at what quantities are you, is the production?
Okay, the Leo 11 is going to be ready to shipping in the end of July, on the beginning of August.
Okay, there we go.
Boom. Yeah. Now, door to door, yes.
Went out the door now. Yeah.
Now.
Okay, so just a few weeks after the trade show, this is going to be able to start shipping out into the stores then, you know, mid-August. And so, okay, that's great. And what is the production quantity that that's out there right now?
Okay, we start so far, we just planning to have at least 500 boxes, but we already start produce more because we don't want to just feeling short the same way it happened with the Leo X. In this time, we just talking a big production, and the worst scenario is going to be maybe in back order, no more of 3 weeks, because we keep produce and sleeping in the humidor in Nicaragua. This means it's not going to be a big, long back orders because we already start working. We don't want nothing happen like exactly with the Leo X. We're going to be more ready, especially from Nicaragua. Everybody's so excited.
Well, yeah, that's fantastic. All right, so good. So good pipeline. So that way, if people are going through the reorders, everything else will be smooth. Yes. Good production start with 500, and we can continue on from there.
Yes, and I want to be honest all the time when we know the orders keep coming. If I know for my heart right away, this is going to be on the middle of August, I'm going to let the people know. I don't want to just play like, no, it's going to come. No. I want to make sure the day or at least the month is going to be shipping. Everybody have an idea.
Awesome. I think that everybody is very excited, as am I. The first Nicaraguan from Nova, from Leo, and the Leo 11. My last question then for you is, what do you like to drink with the Leo 11?
Everything.
I love that answer.
No, because I just keep saying it depends the hour on the day, depend the mood, depend if you eat, don't eat. It's like, I think I'm really enjoying with the scotch. I love drinking scotch, especially with the one is full body cigar. It's like, give me more time to enjoy. And I'm really like the mix, the blends in my mouth. I love it. But sometimes I just come early in the office and with the coffee, I feel like, wow, it's perfect because now give you the balance too. It's, you know, it's depend everyone, like depend the way you're feeling, depend the weather, where you live, it's raining, it's cold, it's warm. Yeah, with the margarita. No, I never drink it. I like a mixed thing, but
might be a little too much. Well, it was really interesting because, you know, I was talking to another manufacturer who's also a sommelier, and they start talking about the different aspects of what you drink and how that may impact your palate or how it does certain things with that. And so, you know, the time of day, what you're drinking, what you've eaten, and everything else, and even just how long it's been since you've eaten, can all impact your palate and how you're recognizing what's on those tobaccos and everything. And, you know, I don't have a sophisticated enough palate for that kind of stuff. So it is good for me to kind of know some of those tips about certain things. And I've noticed that even just slight shifts in kind of when I'll have a cigar, how long after I've eaten and what I've eaten can actually change it. Now, I'm not in there being able to, you know, home in on, you know, the amounts of white pepper notes I'm getting or things like that. But I, you know, general profile, you know, it definitely makes a difference in terms of how I'm enjoying the cigar.
Correct.
Yeah. Well, Leo, it is a pleasure to see you again. I cannot wait to see you live and in person. And can't wait for the opportunity to enjoy a Leo 11 as well. I'm very much looking forward to that offering. Yes. So again, the Platinum Nova booth, go ahead and locate that. She's got 500 boxes ready for all your retailers to go and order that one and get the first Nicaraguan line from Nova. So, Leo, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you again for the PCA exclusive, the sponsorships, all the support from Nova. It is very much appreciated, and we cannot wait to see you next week. Thank you so much.
Okay, bye-bye.
Have a great afternoon.
Bye.